know it's been a minute. Which apparently, because I had tried to upload my last video or whatever, where I was sitting in the car, and it wouldn't upload, it wouldn't upload, it wouldn't upload, but apparently it did. So, this is a life update, but y'all already know what's going on, basically. Not really, but this is just a overview. This is not like the nitty gritty or whatever. So I just want to come and yeah, just talk about like where I am a little bit. So anyway, I'm still working as a manager in my hometown at this place that everybody knows that I just don't like to say the name of because of one, our social media policy, and for two, just because, you know, they say like, which is also because of the policy, but also I just don't want to like, you know, put it out there or whatever. But anyway, so yes, I'm still doing management. I have been praying about like my next move and what I need to do. I don't know if I want to move up in the company or if I want to take a step out on faith with something else. So yeah, I've been praying about that a lot. Y'all know I have a little baby now who is my world. He's about to be 8 months in about 2 days. I'm having to record on my MacBook because my phone and my camera try me real bad. So anyway, an 8-month-old baby in 2 days, and I just keep thinking back to like when I was in the hospital about to have him, when I had him, the NICU, like everything is just so crazy for it to be like 8 months and this little boy's crawling around, he's pulling up on stuff, he's doing all of the things, and I'm just like, let's take a breather, sir. Like, come on now. But y'all, that's literally my twin. I love him so much. I will properly introduce y'all to him whenever I feel like it. I don't know, like, I know people are like, oh, you know, you share everything else with the world. And I guess I guess I finally get where men come from, where it's like, oh, I don't have to put you online to appreciate you, to love you, blah, blah, blah. I should have never said that. But anyway, it's just that I get that now. But also I don't want to say I don't want to share him with the world. But he's something that I keep like, he's something that's like so near and dear to my heart, is that that's like one thing I just don't want nobody to play with ever. So like, if you never see him, how could you play with him? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're never, you know, close to him, whatever, blah blah, how could you, you know, play with him, whatever. So, but yeah, I will probably introduce him whenever I feel like, you know, it's the right time. But yeah, so yeah, I have a little baby. That in itself, like, has been a roller coaster, is a roller coaster. But it's one of those roller coasters where it's like, not that you get back off, like, not that you get off and like, I want to go again. Like, I don't want to get pregnant again. Not right now. I would eventually, but not right now. I don't see me getting pregnant right now. So, but it's like a roller coaster to where it's like, dang, I never want this to end. Like that's the best roller coaster I ever been on. Like, when I'm on it, I just want to go around that loop one more time. Like, it's just been a crazy good, you know, roller coaster, and there's a lot coming from me because I hate roller coasters. Like, I remember being in high school when I went to Carowinds and younger and going to the fair, honey. Okay, we could get on every ride you want to, but now I'm not getting up there. I'm not getting up there. I'm not getting on that. So don't invite me to go to, because I'm not. You're gonna be upset. So anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's a lot coming from me. But yeah, that's my little. I call him my little because he looked like he mommy. Duh. Are you serious? Are you shitting me? That's the two main things that y'all had like recently knew and whatnot. But let's talk about how I did my big one. And I bought me a house. I bought my baby a house. I have been enjoying it. I have been enjoying like making it my own. As you can see, pink curtains. And if you know me, I've always been like a girl who's like, pink curtains, like pink, me and pink. No. I've always been a girl that's like, I hate pink, I hate purple. I don't like that. I don't like that girly stuff. But I guess I'm stepping into that feminine side of me. You know what I'm saying? Like all spicy and stuff. Like, oh, don't, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I've had a time decorating, redecorating. I might do a video on like I might give y'all a house tour once I get everything completely done. Don't ask me when it is, because guess what? When you buy something that's yours, you have time. So guess what? I'm gonna take my time, and that's very big of me to say and for me to flex on y'all, because baby, first of all, if you know me, you know I'm the type that's like, if I want something, I want it done now. So that's what I was on when I first got in here. I'm like, okay, I need to do this, and this, and I want it done, like, so I can, you know, live comfortably or whatever. But I had to take a step back and say, where is it going? Why are you rushing? Like, you got time. Like, just vibe. Literally, just vibe. So I had to tell myself that. But, so, yeah, I guess I am learning a little bit. I don't know. I think I do better once I hear it a couple times where people are like, you know, calm down about something, rather than just being like, rather than just like going full throttle, like, oh, I need it done, like, please, like, oh my gosh, like, and trying to break my neck and my back and, you know, be tired all these days just to get stuff done. But, and then when people tell me, like, you know, you can slow down, or, you know, take your time, and I'm like, okay. Then I come to terms with it. I start flexing like it was my idea. I'm going to take it slow. It ain't going nowhere, girl. You was about to be on a verge of breakdown. Like, come on. You just learned your patience. And you didn't even learn it. You just took the advice of others around you. Let's be for real. Anyway, I love reading myself. But anyway, so, yes, I bought me and my baby a house. I'll do a house tour for y'all once I get my camera fixed. And, yeah. Because, y'all, now I messed up my camera. Not one time, but twice now. But now I've learned what I've been doing wrong. So, apparently batteries be exhausting if you leave them on a charger too long. And I know y'all like, that's common sense. Like, why would you do that? But to me, it's like I do that to my phone all the time. This thing never stopped, you know. It never stopped clicking on. And like it never gave I'm too charged. You know what I'm saying? Like it never gave I'm tired. And I've had this iPhone 11 since 2020. It never gave that. So anyway. But yeah, so I missed on my camera twice. I'm going back to Best Buy. I'm starting my vacation tomorrow, so I'm probably going to vacation. I'll probably go to Best Buy again tomorrow. Yeah, Best Buy is with my new friend, especially since they gave me a credit card, made me a Plus member, and all the things. Yeah, hello. So, yeah, what else do I need to tell y'all about? Oh my gosh. So that's career, family, big accomplishments, things that I still want to accomplish. Things that I still want to accomplish is really everything that's on my list. And when I say my list, I mean my business ventures list. It's because, like, y'all, I don't know, I just have big dreams. And it's not even like, oh, I want to be known, I want to do this. It ain't even that. I really do love to create content. I love to be in an area of good vibes. I love to provide a space for good vibes. I love to be around my people. I love to pour into people. Hence is why I started my YouTube. When stuff would come to me and issues in the world, I would just always speak on it and speak on how I feel. Like literally this past week, which is crazy, the whole Hitmaker and Tink thing happened, and if you know, you know. And I had to, like, I'm on TikTok, follow my TikTok. But I had to make a video on it because it was burning me inside. So it's really hard for me not to speak on things because, and why I love speaking on things because it's not the end all be all. I just say what I want to say. And half the time I'm kidding, but most of the time it got a little truth to it. But, so yeah, that's why I love to get my opinion on things. But, I do love just still putting my thoughts out there and just seeing who agree with me, who don't agree with me, or whatever. And I could care less about, like, being the biggest, because I always feel like I'm doing my big one, and I feel like that's all that matters. You see how the nuggets come to me? Like, I do this. Like, I'm so tapped in, I do this. Like, this is from the Lord, okay? You don't have to be the biggest. As long as you always do your big one, you are doing the best that you can in your space. That is literally you doing your big one. Like, use your circle of influence. So yeah. That's why I said in my list, I want to still accomplish everything on my list. And like literally, I've been so tapped in these past, I'll say like 2 months, that every time I go a little further, I get like more information. I get like more ideas, how to elaborate on another idea. And really, I've just been praying and literally trying to wait until I hear God's voice clearly and stuff. And I've been doing that with everything. So let me tell you real quick, let's go back to the house. And let me tell you how I literally heard God was like, that's yours. Go get it. That's yours. So, when I started looking like to buy my own house, and like, let's say I got pregnant around April, beginning of April 2022. I literally started looking like, I'll say like May 2022. I started looking for a house then. I got approved for 115, I think, or 110. I think I approved for 110. And I was like, okay, and I was okay with it because I was looking for a house around here because now I'm pregnant. I need to be where my village is. You get what I'm saying? So I was okay with 100, being approved for 110, at that point, because most of the houses around here are not like, most of them are not, 500K. They're not up there. You get what I'm saying? This is a small town. Most of these houses been here since 19 whatever and haven't been remodeled, updated, all that good stuff. So I wasn't like pressed because it was 100 and something. I'm like, okay, I can find something decent with it. You get what I'm saying? So I started in May. I got approved for that, but at that time there was literally nothing. And then the one house that it was on, that was online, that I went to go tour, oh baby, no, it never gave Rakendra. It never gave Rocky. It never gave Little's mom. No. So, and the price, I think the price on that house was exactly 110. And y'all, literally, when you walk in, it was cool, but they still had all kind of stuff in there. And they were selling the house as is, so like, they was not coming to move anything out or anything like she's literally put in the like box, like anything that's left in there is gonna be left in there. And so the biggest part of it though, she was like, in the back the floor's kind of weak, will need repair, but she's selling the house as is. You walk to that back room, you're gonna fall. What do you mean? What do you mean a little weak? You need a whole new floor. As is, I'm good. Not only that, okay, my biggest things for a house was I wanted closet space and lots of storage space, yard space, and the AC heating system, like whatever it's called, the AC unit and heating unit. I needed that. Like, that was my like 4 top things. Like, I needed that. That house had like 3 or 4 air window units. And then the last 2 homes that I stayed in, which I'm not knocking them at all because I love both of my landlords, good or bad, whatever, which none of them was really bad, but you know. But my last 2 landlords that I stayed for, they actually had the, oh my gosh, what is it called? A gas stove for like heat, and then the window units for air. So that's why I knew I wanted, that was like a non-negotiable for me. And also, like, because I'm from where I'm from, and I'm from the country. I come from units in the windows and kerosene heaters. Like, I come from all that. So it never gave too bougie for it. But I just felt like going forward in life, it's just something that I was like non-negotiable about. Like, once I stayed in my apartment, when I moved to Georgia for a few months, I got accustomed to like having my climate in control. Like, basically I can completely control it, and it don't have to be a hassle. I don't have to, do the whole 9. So but yeah, so I that was like all of those was my non-negotiables in finding a house. So that house, that was the only house, whatever, and it had like 4 of those units in the wall, and then the gas heater. And I'm like, that alone, before we even walked in the house, had turned me off, like seeing the units out the windows. I was like, I'm not really feeling that. But then we went in, that flow was weak. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, this is not it for me. It's not it for me. So then it was really nothing. And a few months went by. And I think like 1 or 2 more houses had popped up. But in that time, I think at this time I was like 5-6 months pregnant. I was going through a lot. And I was just like, Lord, if it's for me, like, you just let me know. Like, I literally prayed about it and left it alone. And I'll say this time, this is one of the times that I've actually like prayed about something and left it alone until I literally heard God say, like, that's you. That's your house. Go, like, hey, go get it. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I just want to give y'all the perfect example of this though. But so I had left it alone. A couple houses came up. I was keeping in contact with my realtor. She was very good about like, hey, this home popped up. Do you want to go look at it? And I'd be like, I looked at it. Not really this. And then I'll send her houses. She's like, no, we want to go with something that's right. We don't want to, waste money. We don't want you to have to put in money into the house when you get into it. Like, major work. We don't want you to have to do that. Like, we want you to get somewhere where you can just go in and be ready to do what you, to live. Just ready to live. Go somewhere and just be ready to live. And I felt that. So then, it's coming up like the end of my pregnancy. So it had to be like December. Yeah, December. I think December was the first time I seen this house on the market. And I'm like, okay. She, I think at this time it's priced for like $125, I think. I'm like, okay, it's not really in my budget, but I have a credit card that I use frequently. I think, I have a car that's on my credit that I was paying on time, so it's boosting my credit too. And something else that was on my credit, but it was helping me, and my credit score was just going up. Like, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, and everything is just aligning. So, I was like, if she run it again, I might get approved for some more now, because my credit is going up. So, and all the factors coming in. I'm pregnant. Like I said, it was December, and I was just about to have little. So I wasn't too worried about it in that moment, because I'm literally about to go into labor, and I'm not about to move. I'm not about to have little, and then like a week or two later move, because that was gonna be a lot for everybody around me. Because I, a week, I wasn't gonna have little, and then a week or two later, move, because that was gonna be a lot on the people that was helping me, my village and stuff. So I was like, nah, I'ma just keep looking at it. I ain't gonna stress it right now. I'm good. So January comes, I have my baby. I just didn't stress it, especially not January. I didn't stress it at all. I focused on healing. I focused on loving my child. I focused on like getting my mind right, and just becoming into the new mom mindset. Establishing boundaries with the people around me, that kind of thing. So I was not worried about like, looking online for a house every day, because I still had the house that I was renting at, but I'm with my mom and my grandma, because they're my village, they're helping me, So I'm really not worried, you know what I'm saying? So I think this was like, had to be March. I had like chilled on it all the way to March, which had to be, because the doctor released me to start driving again, because I had a C-section. The doctor released me to start driving again, I think like the end of February. So March, I'm like, okay, I can start driving again. I kind of want to be in my own space to see like how I do this mom thing on my own, like, without, people being around me 24/7. Well, I went from my grandma's house with little to my mom's house with little. Even though I still had my house that I was paying my rent for, had my stuff at, everything, But, and I would go there frequently, but I just wasn't staying there, because it was easier, like, if I needed help in the middle of the night, or if I needed, which I did that shit. I ate. I'm eating motherhood, and I'm so proud of myself, but I am so appreciative of my village and like the help that I get. Let me just say that. But I am literally like staying so close to God with this motherhood thing. And I try to give like myself grace, and anyway, this is not that video, and that's not what I was getting at. But anyway, so I ended up back at I ended up at my mom's house, so she could help me full time. But the thing about it was, she would just help me like at night and stuff, or a little bit in the mornings, because she was working, second shift, I guess. So really, I was with him alone all day, but at night she would come and help me, and her days off, she'd help me and whatnot. So that was really good for me to have that at that time, because that's what I needed or whatever. So it's March. I go back to work, and I'm like, I gotta make some moves. I'm working now. I need to get into a routine with my child. Like, I need to, because I'm not staying, with my mom forever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not staying there forever. So eventually you're gonna have to like and do it on your own. So I was like, but like I told y'all, the last two places that I rented from, they had gas stoves and stuff like that, and I didn't want that for little. Like, I did not want him sleeping under the gas stove. Wasn't gonna hurt him No, because people, you know, have to grow up in it still to this day. But me personally, I didn't want him in that because my allergy prone self then gave it to my child, and I just want, like, you know, for him to be in the best air possible, air quality possible, you know, and everything. So, and yes, I did give him a humidifier or whatever, purifier, but I just wanted to make the chances of that like even greater or whatever. So, anyway, I was like, okay, like I said, the house that I was renting from had the gas stove, so I'm like, okay, it's go time. I need, like, if I'm gonna be on my own with my child, I need for it to be a place where I feel like I'm comfortable and my child can be comfortable. And also because, like, now he's 8 months. Imagine if I was still staying in those places with those gas heaters, and, you know, it's about to roll into the wintertime and he's 8, 9 months, 10 months. And, you know, I got to have the gas heater on, and this little boy is literally touching everything. Nothing is off limits. He loves colors, like bright colors he wants to touch. He wants to see, like, what is that? So imagine me with that gas heater and a little baby who won't stop touching stuff. No. So that's another big reason why I didn't want that for him too. So I'm like, okay, it's game time. Like, it's go time or whatever. So, so I'm like, yeah, it's game. Like, you know, it's time to go. So March, I think, I look on here and I think the house was priced at $120 or something like that. I'm like, okay, I could probably still, you know, work that out or whatever. Like, I could probably still get that or whatever. I said, but let me get back into work and start getting my, like, full checks back, because obviously I was getting maternity leave when I was getting paid maternity leave when I had little, but, you know, it wasn't my full checks or whatever. So I'm like, let me get my full checks back, a couple of full checks back, and then, you know, I'm be in the game. April, I looked for this house. Well, and it wasn't even I was looking for this specific house, because, like I said, I was just like, I had fell back, but every time I would check it, this house was still there or whatever. So I'm like, okay, and the price just kept going down. So, okay, April come around, I look at this house, it was priced at $115. I'm like, oh, baby, extra $5,000, come on. I know I can get approved for extra $5,000. I know I can. So let's do it. So I reach out to my realtor. I tell her about this house. She's like, oh yeah, it do look good. It got everything that you might need. Okay, when you want to go look at it? Like, I can't remember what day it was. Anyway, it was like 2 days later. Let's go look at it. We came, we looked at it. Everything looking good. Minor repairs. None too shabby. Okay. So we came and looked at it. She like, okay, I'm gonna see. We talking to the loan officer, and she like, okay, I'm gonna send him all this stuff, and so they talking back and forth. She talking on my behalf, whatever. She getting everything together. So then, this is so crazy. This is how I was like, okay, this is definitely for me. I think like a week after that, after we looked at it, she hit me up. She like, okay, so you got approved for the $115. And I'm like, okay, God. And this whole time, when I first started looking for a house, I was telling everybody, no, I'm looking for a house. I said not a word. I said not a word. Until she told me I got approved for the $115. Then I told my mom. And I told her, do not tell anybody that I'm in the process of doing this. But I'm telling you, just so you won't be. And so she, like, when she would help me, like, when I would get off work or something, and I'll have to go run and do something for the house or whatever, she could, keep little for me and all this, blah, blah. So, but I told her, I said, do not tell nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean, I didn't tell my sisters. I didn't tell my grandma. I didn't tell no best friends. I didn't tell nobody. I literally told my mom that I got approved for the loan amount, and that I was looking, and that I might have found some. I might found some, but I wasn't getting my hopes up about it. I'm just going with the flow. And that's literally what I was doing. I was going with the flow. And that's why I didn't want to bring it up to nobody, because I didn't want to get my hopes up about it. It don't work out. Or tell people about it and it don't work out. Because it's like, then I have to go through the emotion of like, oh, yeah, it didn't work out because this is that. I don't want to go through that. So I was like, I'm going to just keep it to myself. I pray about it all the time. Just do what I need to do. Run to the bank, print this out, I was just doing it all or whatever. So, that was like sometime in April or whatever. So, I was supposed to close like May the 14th, something like that. I was supposed to close then. But the people who was like already staying in this house was like, I think the school year ended last year, like the end of the week, the last week of May. And they was like, give us to the end of the school year, because, they had kids staying here and stuff too. And I'm more than understanding. And I was okay in the situation I was in. So I'm not rushing nobody to get out, especially the kids, in the middle of a school year. I'm not that type of, I don't carry them type of demons, basically. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. The end of May, that's cool. Actually, they give me time to do if I need to do something else. That's cool. And so then, but I'm still in my head. Something is going to go wrong. So I'm not speaking on it, even though I hadn't got approved. I'm supposed to be signing this day. But I still was like, I'm not telling nobody, because what if at the last minute? So, it was like, I think the week that I was supposed to sign, she told me that or whatever. And she's like, okay, well, here's the thing. I'm going on vacation. She was going on vacation like the 15th through the 25th or something. And she was like, but you're supposed to sign on, Lord, my brain. But I think it was like the 28th or something that I signed of May, 28th, 29th, something like that. And she's like, you're supposed to sign like 4 days later, right when I get back. She was like, so I'm really nervous. I really hope nothing goes wrong while I'm gone, because not only was she like on vacation, she was on a cruise. How was I going to reach her on a cruise? You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's why I was like, I'm holding my breath. I'm not saying nothing. Yeah, I got approved for the house. Allegedly, not yet, but not legally, but allegedly the house is mine. But it wasn't real to me until like I was in that lawyer's office and I'm signing those papers still. But so I say all that to say is that even with me like holding my breath on it, even with me not thinking like, oh, this is real yet, it was never real to me until I sat down in that moment and I signed those papers. But that was the one time where it was like everything was working out. And I didn't even get into the nitty gritty of it. So like, we asked for the closing costs. We asked for the closing costs. And there was like, I think the closing cost was gonna come up to like $6,300. Let me tell you about my God. Let me tell you about my Jesus. Okay? Let me tell you. I think the closing costs were gonna come up to like $6,300. And so we asked for $5,000 for them to pay $5,000 of the closing costs or whatever. If they didn't, whatever. But we asked them or whatever. And so in my mind, they was like, so they said, okay, they'll pay the $5,000 or whatever. So in my mind, I gotta pay I gotta have $1,300 when I go to, sign for this house or whatever. Y'all, and this is how I knew, like, this is your house, and God is not playing with you, okay? With them agreeing to the $5,000, I ended up, thank you, Lord. So I ended up having to do $500. I can't remember what it was, but I had to pay $500 to the. I had to take to the lawyer's office. And this was before I signed or whatever. I can't remember. if you're a realtor or if you know anything about it, then you know what I'm talking about right now. I had to take that $500 to the lawyer's office before I signed or whatever. So, and that was wrapped up in the closing clause too or whatever. So, once everything was finalized and we got the day, like, okay, you signing May the 28th at, I think it was like 2 o'clock. Meet me at the lawyer's office, blah, blah, blah. And this is what you got to bring. So, mind you, I'm thinking I got to pay $1,300. The $500 was already took away from that. That would have been a part of it. So, I'm thinking, okay, I need to have $800 when I go up here, you know, whatever. That paper said, bring what you need to bring to the closing cost is $148.53. $148.53. And I thought I was having to pay $800 out of my pocket that day, and I had to pay $148.53. That's when I knew, God, you not only did you place this house in my lap and gave it to me, but you made sure I knew that you got more than enough when you get to the table. You feel me? You got more than enough when you get to the table. So that's why that was my perfect example of, that's why I'm waiting and I'm listening to God, because I know that when I get to whatever path I need to take and whatever I want to do, when I get to the table, I'm going to have more than enough to bring to the table. Come on, y'all not even listening to me. Y'all not even hearing me. What? Yeah, so anyway, that's just a small example. That's one big life example for me, but just a small example to y'all of how I'm waiting and I'm listening to God, and I'm not, in a rush to do anything really, because I know that when it's for me, it's gonna sound like, come on, right here, all that you got, bring all that you got, Oh, you don't even need all that. Let me tell you, okay? So yeah, this is the life update. So let me give y'all a little update on love right now. Y'all, I can't even tell y'all what I need to tell y'all right now. But let me real quick give y'all an update on love. And then when I come back, I'll go deep into life with little. And I'll go deep into my love life. But I'm going to just give y'all an overview right now. How did I have little? I fell in love. Okay, it was what it was. Am I still in love with that man? No. Life is crazy. Do not judge me. Anyway, I lost, and I didn't even know how bad this affected me until I fell out of love with my child's father. And okay, so the guy who I had been messing around with since 2018, he was like my forever sneaky link. We just could never get it right. But literally, if I'm not on nobody else, I was on him. If whatever was, even if I am on somebody, we just got down like that's my guy. That's just that, we was just that locked in. So since 2018, like I said, mind you, and it was 2022 at this point, the Lord decided to call him home. And it did not register to me and hit me really hard until I was over the situation with my baby dad. And I'm thinking normally when I get out of a situationship, when I'm done talking to somebody, I'm off of somebody new, that's reliable. That's my guy, and he's not here no more. And I guess, and then I'm realizing it more these days than not, because literally for like 3 weeks there, men were giving me the ick. And it's just because, like, I'm just like, I hate that y'all just gaslight. I hate that y'all just say stupid shit. Like, I hate that y'all just, y'all just don't do right. Y'all just lie and hate. I just hate the BS. Like, yeah, I look good. Yeah, it's like that. But I just didn't have, and I still don't have it really. But so I don't know. That's been taking a toll on me. I ain't gonna say it's taking a toll on me, but it's just been like every day or every other day he pops in my brain. I'm like, damn. And then also because the last time me and him had words, it wasn't good, and we left each other on a sour, bad note, and so that really fucks with me. It really does, because you think you have all the time in the world with somebody, and you don't. Like Lauren London said, we on borrowed time with people. You don't own these people. You gotta cherish the time that you have with them. But he was young. I was coming into grown young. But yeah, we dropped the ball, I guess you could say, on cherishing like the moment that we had or whatever. But yeah, so I just think about him every other day, because we went south, but we stayed bumping heads. Like, that's just what we do. That's just what we did. Like, we stayed bumping heads. But it's like, I never would have thought the last time that we bumped heads would be the last time that we bumped heads. Like, he literally passed away, I think, like 4 months after the last time we bumped heads. Imagine. Yeah. So, and it was like shocking too. So, but rest in peace to you, my darling. But yeah, so now I'm in a better space. Men are not giving me the ick anymore. I do find a couple of them attractive. I have been talking to 2 new people. We not like locked in or anything. That's why I'm talking to 2 of them. I don't think I'm not gonna say that, but anyway. But yeah, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And I'll come back and go deeper into my love life with y'all, and just tell y'all like just the ins and outs of what y'all need to know later. So, Life with Little house tour and a deep dive into my love life is coming. So I hope y'all come back. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know y'all know I ramble a lot. Y'all know my brain be everywhere, but I hope y'all follow me. Like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all need anything, y'all know y'all can find me. I'll put where y'all can find me at the end. But yeah, I love y'all. This has been another video with more everything with Big Kendra.